Welcome to the 9th and final installment of the Japanese playthrough of Dragon Quest II. This is about a 6-hour video that I've tried to compress down to 1.5, just to make it a little bit more manageable for everybody to watch and to play, but the mission here is to get through the road to Rhone, into Rhone. A ton of grinding to get to the final levels needed to take down Hargon and his many henchmen. So there is at least one more special weapon to get in this cave and a number of other things. So let's start here and further explore. We've already done the basement section where the life crest was, but now we need to make our way up and up and up until we get to the mountainous plateau that is Rhone. And just a reminder, if you haven't been, where you see the translation boxes, we have the white text representing the hiragana syllabic alphabet. We have the blue text representing the kanji Chinese characters, and we have the brown text representing the katakana, or I guess caps or foreign words or proper noun version of the alphabet. And that moves us on to just a bit of exploration and grinding. The road to Rhone has several of these rooms that are a little bit infinite, so the path you choose has to be pretty careful, because if you go the wrong way, it's either going to just wrap around forever or will take you back to the beginning of the floor. So it's important to make sure that I'm keeping track of where I am at all times, but also exploring, getting the treasure that we have around here. So that's the goal. The monsters here are actually pretty tough as well. There's a chance I'll have to periodically bail out of here and head back to Baran for some healing and just to restore my MP. So it's kind of a double component going on through here. So that's the plan. So battling Berserkers and Orc King here. You'll notice that the katakana for the Orc King has the O and then a dash. So in katakana, the dash after a character always indicates more of a long sound. So that's why it's an oak instead of an Orc King. It's a little rule of thumb. It actually serves a similar function to the U following a symbol in the hiragana alphabet, and represented in the English translations with the little line over top. There's quite a number of the liquid metal slimes in this cave, which drop a horrendous amount of experience. They're called the stray metal in the Japanese version when you're being literal, so I guess that's, I'm not sure why that is, but it's kind of an interesting name. These dragons are worth a ton of experience points too, not like liquid metal slime, but at least you get to kill them most of the time. So here goes, we've got some leveling. Conan is up level 22, finally. By the end of this video, everybody's probably going to have to go up around 10 different levels just to make it so we can get to the end. So obviously that's, like I said, going to be a lot of grinding. I'll try to make it fast on this end so that you don't have to watch the boring stuff too much if you choose to do that, but here it goes. And then Maria also leveling up on that same one. It's nice when we get those double whammies. Got the Death God Shield. This is one of the cursed items in the game, so definitely don't want to equip that. It's going to be quite debilitating, even though the defense is theoretically very high. And my favorite situation here with a full inventory, so I've got to thin it out a little bit. sprinkle some holy water for fun, grab the shield. These cursed items tend to actually sell for a good amount of money, so just pick it up and bring it to a vendor and have them take it off my hands. Just mess around inventory a bit. Alright, cursed shield, here we go. And push the wrong button. Gold is good. Gold does not require inventory space. Silver Bat Boon. Those guys are kind of a funny one. And they can actually do some bad things, so I'm glad that I was able to kill him pretty quickly. Those killer machines are also kind of a bummer. They tend to be pretty tough. But here we are, level up yet again. So here's Dow at 24. Only 9 levels to go until we take down Hargon. But there's lots more cave and Rhone to explore as well, so we'll see how much that takes us. And then how much more just sort of back and forth killing bad guys there needs to be. Maybe if we take down a few of those liquid metal slimes or strain metals, that'll speed things up. Yet another of these little tower climbs. Okay, this room is a pain. There's millions of little hidden pitfalls in here, so it's going to take probably a whole bunch of times to make it through here. At least what's nice is that once you fall in a pitfall, it stays there, so it remains visible, so you don't fall in the same one over and over again if you're like me with the goldfish memory and you just kind of forget where you're going. So, up the stairs, and then back through the room. There's kind of going to be pitfalls all over the place from here on. There's actually a little hidden path if you fall down the right set that take us to a nice piece of equipment as well. So maybe I'll see if I can manage that. Down here we've graduated to another rank of monster. These flames are pretty tough. They're actually represented in Dragon Quest Builders as one of our really tough characters that you need special stuff to defeat. So with Conan down, it's time to warp my way out of here, return to safety, get healed up, and I think it might be smart for me to just go and pick up another World Tree Leaf, because I think that's going to happen quite often, so just getting myself back to a point where I can bring things in, at least until Maria has Kazang, and then I'll get a couple of healers. No one person can die and be unrevivable. And maybe it's also a good time to check in at Welgarth, that shop that had some really good stuff. See if there's anything else I want to pick up right now, because I've been accumulating a pretty good amount of moolah. So it's time to clean out my inventory. I'm carrying around a ton of just junk that I don't need, including that wonderful Death God shield. So let's do that. We've also got some really nice stuff we can buy here. The mink coat is obviously a tantalizing item, and potentially there's a pretty good sword for Conan if I want to go for a power instead of the double whammy that I can do with the Falcon Blade. So, see where we go. But first things first, let's just clean this up. Carrying all kinds of old armor and things that I just don't need anymore. Got a bunch of money in the bank too, so let's just do all those little chores and then good to go. Alright, I got some inventory space, ready to pick up some more treasure, got my mink coat on Conan, so now I'm gonna just return to that little island, grab myself another World Tree leaf, and back in Bran. Now it's time to head back to the cave, after a quick save, get myself realigned. Just gonna fast forward this right back to where we were left when Conan got whacked that last round, so that we don't have to repeat all the already done exploration, and continue working through that little minefield of a room that is just pitfall after pitfall. Here's a little piece of treasure I missed on the first run through. So let's pop this sucker open. And the mysterious hat. Okay, so that's a good magic user helmet. So Maria now has something that she can wear on her head, which is a nice new thing for her. So let's just put that on at some point. I think when I first picked it up, I did not know what it was, so it took me a little while to get around to equipping it, but there we go. We have it, and we'll get on eventually. another level for Conan. Level 23 now. So this level up gives us a nice new addition to our spell inventory. Thwack, or Defeat. So this is an instant death spell that I can cast on enemies and make them just go away. I don't think I use it too often, but it is kind of handy sometimes when you're getting in a pickle. It can be a good opportunity to at least potentially save the day and end something that could have otherwise been a pain. Okay, these killer machines have donated enough experience to add another level to Dao's pot. So there we go. I always like getting a group of dragons like this because they also have a pretty healthy amount of experience that they offer, which in turn has triggered Maria to have another level up. I like seeing all these stats. That's a huge amount of HP, MP, and explode it. Great. So now Maria has an attack all spell similar to the Firebane that Conan uses. So I no longer have to worry about groups of monsters that I cannot have at least 2 hits at the whole set. In celebration of that great victory and more levels, let's clean up the inventory again. Keep making that space good. And kind of building up our gold collection, I guess, again. And then rest, save. And back to the road to Rhone. Continuing our effort to launch our way up through the other side into the Great Plateau. Alright, here's another piece of treasure that I didn't grab the first time around, so let's get in there. A lottery ticket. Maybe I'll finally get that gold card. Somehow I doubt it. I've subsequently looked it up and found out the gold card is basically a discount program that allows me to get cheaper stuff at shops. So that'd be nice, but something I can live without. And here's another chest. What's in here? Loto's armor! Okay, well I guess I should have probably made a point of getting that earlier, but here we go. So that's Dao's ultimate armor, and I believe that completes my Loto equipment set. I've got the sword, the armor, the helmet, the shield. Sword, of course, being somewhat less effective than some of the newer stuff, like the Dragon Killer that I've got equipped, so I have it, even though it's not currently being used. So now it is time to continue the delve. Here we are, back to the pitfall maze. That did not take long at all. So down I am into the sub-basement. Now here is the start to that secret path I was mentioning. So if we go down and over, there is a pitfall that I'm looking for now. That will take me to another sub-basement with some special treasure. Okay, here it is. And this scary looking jaggedy sword is the lightning sword. So not only is this probably the most powerful sword I can get, it is something I can use as an item and throw lightning at the horrible bad guys. So let's get that equipped right away. And now I can feel comfortable that Dao has reached his pinnacle of equipment. So, just need several more levels to go, and Hargon is toast. And here's level 26 for Dao, so that's 7 more levels left now until hitting the end, so it's actually going pretty quick. The amount of experience that these guys in the cave offer is pretty good compared to what it had been before. It was a big increase, and then when we get to Rhone, it goes up even more, so hopefully it won't actually take too long to get everybody up to snuff. Hargon's temple will be an interesting challenge to get through, so let's keep it up. Bada bing! Now that Maria's level 20, everybody's out of the teens. We're all adults now. Handle things just even a little bit better. I'm able to get further in here before I have to start worrying about people dying on me. It's kind of a nice, relaxing thing. So, working our way through this nuisance of a pitfall room. Once we're through that, then we get into the maze room, and then we can get pretty close to the exit of this cave. Alright, pretty much exhausted my MP, so time to head back for another round of inventory clean, restore my health, use up that lottery ticket, save, and heal, and then back on through, and continue this progress, incremental as it is, up and through this cave, defeating more and more enemies, getting more and more levels, until finally we can get through that infernal pitfall room that has been vexing me. level 25 for Conan is a nice one, because now I have Kazing on him, which can save me a lot of time. I have a little oopsie, and somebody goes down. And Kazing in this game, or Zing Life, I can't remember what the original name for it was, is nice, because in other Dragon Quests where we have our life spell doesn't really bring back a ton of HP when you bring back, whereas this one brings you back all the way full. And that is a really nice thing. It comes in very handy in many occasions working on the bosses and other things through this game. And at long last, we've made it out of the pitfall room. So this one is kind of a snaky, long corridor with many, many, many little exits that take us back to the beginning. So it kind of creates infinite loops. You have to follow the right path along this corridor to make it all the way through to the end. So that is going to be a big goal. Fortunately, I'm going to use that World Tree Leaf to rescue Conan and not have to go all the way back and start over again at this point. But yeah, just following the path, making my way through this sneaky maze. And see where we end up. And Dow level 27, so we're getting closer, only 6 more to go until endgame. Also, nearing the end of the cave to Rhone, which is pretty exciting. It's been a pretty good slog, so let's see if we can make it this round. And here it is, the stairs up, and we've emerged to light in the snowy plateau high in the mountains of Rhone or Rhone. So now I'm going to just make my way up along here to the northwest corner of the plateau, where we find this lonely shrine. And within this lonely shrine, we find a nun and a monk. And this monk has the ability to basically not only just heal me, but also restore everybody back to life and take away all the status problems and everything. So he's basically my one-stop shop, preventing me from really needing to deal with paying priests and all that kind of stuff. So he'll save my game, he'll do all that good stuff. Similarly, we have a travel door down below me where this nun is leading, and that will take me back to Rhone. So I don't, well, to the shrine outside of Rhone, which is the link to Rhone. And now, this shrine has been set as my return point. So when I use my return spell, I can go back there. I no longer have to trudge my way through that endless cave. So, first things first, I'm going to go back and yet again get another world leaf, since I've already used that one up that I picked up as I explore Rhone. The monsters in Rhone are quite horrendous, so I will likely be using quite a few revives as I work my way up in the level sphere to get where I need to be. So this is where the grinding begins for real, because there isn't really much to do up here in Rhone beyond Hargon's temple. So all I've got to do is go through this, defeat these monsters that, as you can see, give quite a significant chunk of experience points, and make it so that I have the levels that I need. I'm targeting getting to Dow to level 33 and everybody else correspondingly up. So continue working on that as we wander around, just explore what Rhone looks like, find the best route to Argon's temple, and eventually go in there and start doing some damage. And as that little wipeout shows, it's a good thing that I don't really need a lot of gold anymore. I've pretty much got my equipment where it's going to be. Maybe a couple little bits and pieces, but otherwise it's time to just buckle down. So if they nuke me and I end up back there at the shrine getting restored, so be it. And now Conan is level 26. The progress continues. And Hargon's temple is in view down there at the bottom. So once we find our way there, we'll be able to get a good sense of what the lay of the land is. The temple actually itself doesn't have a huge amount of monsters and all that once you get through the guardians that you only have to fight once. There's only a couple floors that really have random battles and all that, and it's not very big. But we do have to get to a certain power level, and we do have to figure out a few ways to overcome the illusions and make it our way through the paths to get through it. And the chimes, level 28 for Dow. So, continuing that rise, only 5 more levels to go. And level 2 for Maria. Another big HP increase, so she's really moving forward. And there it goes, Kazing. So now both Maria and Conan have that. That will make it a lot easier to keep everybody alive, because up until now, if Conan goes down, that's that. And Sword of Destruction, yet another cursed item that we have commonly. So they sell for a pretty good amount. So as I've been picking those up, I've been just going off and selling them, because we do not want to equip them, get cursed, and then have to go and deal with all of that. Because if I recall, what it does is it's a nice powerful weapon, but it also kind of inputs paralysis, so like every second or third turn you end up missing it because you're stuck. So I don't want that. And there's level 27 for Conan. Even if it is a slow and painful grinding session, it is satisfying. 13 HP, that's maybe even a record. That's a pretty big deal. Maybe he'll stop dying on me every 5 seconds. I can maybe venture a little further from the shrine a little more reliably. And just like rapid fire, there's Dao, level 29. Only 4 more levels to go. Conan, level 28. Kamikaze. I'm not going to use that spell very much. That's basically Conan kills himself but takes down the entire enemy party. There is, I guess, occasions where that can be useful, especially with Kazing, but I don't like sacrificing his ability to gain experience on the end of the fight, so that's one I guess I'll just keep in the bag if I need it. And then there's level 30 for Dao. So we're actually getting pretty close now, only 3 more levels to go. Amount of experience needed to level up is pretty high, but the amount of experience we get here is pretty reasonable, so the levels are rolling in pretty quick. What is this? Hargon's temple looks really a lot more familiar than expected. This certainly feels like the entryway and courtroom and, lo and behold, the entire castle of Middenhall. Super familiar. We've got all the friendly guys, we've got an inn, we've got the tool shop, we even have the treasure room up there. Should probably go and check out that and see what's hiding out in there, but I wonder if that was the trick. He just warped me back to Middenhall instead of letting me in. So I need to then figure out how do I do this. Although the way the people are talking certainly seems suspicious. I don't remember people in Middenhall being like the big Hargon fans. So what has happened? Has there been a big change of heart? Is my quest over? We've realized it was all a terrible mistake. We don't truly need to fear Hargon. All these chests are empty, which I guess maybe makes sense because I've already cleared this out, but also they're closed, which is not what I would expect. Well, even the jail looks sedate. Guards sleeping, no prisoners. Must have sent everybody home, I guess, when the king decided that the world's at peace. No need to hold a grudge. Just let them all go. See what's going on upstairs. Well, this is different. The minister has turned into a bunny girl. I guess it's great. Good at dancing. Keep the king happy. It's like we just traveled back to Osterfair. Hargon subordinate. I don't think that sounds like my father at all. The king did not like the idea of being second. And these guys just want to have a drink, enjoy getting a little tipsy. He really is. He only torched Moonbrook out of love and kindness. And really, how is it different than the king being in charge of everything? Tra-la-la-la-la. Alright. I guess that's it then. The world is just back to peace, love, and happiness. So, just because we do have an item that is supposed to work on Hargon's illusions, so what if all of this is in fact an illusion? What would happen if I ask Rubus for his protection maybe he can tell me what's going on. Is this really what it is? Let's find out. These are all illusions. Oh, okay. I'm going to open my eyes wide. I'm going to take a look. What's going on? Oh, this does look much more like what I'd expect from an evil person's temple. Got all these little flame ghosts. Apparently being forced to pretend to be the people of Larisha or Middenhall. How tragic. So apparently the zeitgeist here is that it's to our benefit to be under the illusions, and since I have conquered the illusion, I must be defeated. Well, I don't see these guys as being able to carry out that threat, so let's just remove them. Alright, time to carry out the exploration of this floor, talk to the rest of the ghosts. The exploration is kind of a nuisance because of all the damage floors, so I don't really want to get dinged by stepping over that stuff, so I have to cast step guard a billion times. It would have been nice if they had made it so the spell was just in effect for the whole room that you're in, instead of having to uniquely cast it every time you encounter a new bit of damage floor, because it's just everywhere. Here. But I do see a treasure chest over there, so I should probably get that as soon as I find the route. Here's step guard number 1007. Here's number 1008. Argon really likes to toy with us. Then there's another treasure chest up there. So it looks like we just gotta find our way into that central room. So there's probably a door here somewhere. All that damage floor there looks like suspiciously likely to be hiding one. Just gotta, I guess, check each square until we find it. Bada bing, there we go. And what do we got here? The Devil's Tail! As you might have surmised from that name, it is yet another cursed item, as Hargon seems to like to surround himself with. So I will just tuck that away until I can sell it off. And the Devil's Armor, shockingly, also cursed. Okay, well, now that we seem to have found everything, let's go into the middle here, where the way up into the tower is. I just have to remember how to actually invoke it. Remember exactly what it is we have to do. Maybe it's talking to Rubus again. Apparently not. I'm a little bit suspicious that maybe I need to grab the Malroth statue, or the Evil God statue again, similar to opening the cave to Rhone to get up there. But let me just do a few quick searches to just double check. Yeah, it looks like that's that, so I'm gonna have to go grab my statue and come back, maybe after a little bit more of a grind. Just going to take advantage of this little moment and grind my way back up a little bit, because once I get up into the tower, there isn't really much to do other than just take down Hargon's minions and Hargon. And then if Hargon happens to have some other secret potential evil demon god hiding up his sleeve, I guess I might have to take that down too. And then of course get my Adelaides and appreciation for saving the world. That's an important step as well. Okay, let's see what happens now if we use the Evil God statue. It worked! I have now made it to the second floor. So let's see what's going on up here. This is one of the floors that actually does have random monster battles on it. So let's take those guys out, see if there's anything else up here of note. Doesn't really look like it. Just head up to the next floor. And this is another bit of decoration, so we'll just kind of work our way around here. This is the only other floor that has monster battles. So let's take down these dudes real quick here. Another Sword of Destruction, how lucky for me. And on we go. Make sure I've got myself in decent shape. Alright. So you'll notice no more random monster battles at this point. Just nice, happy, peaceful... Oh no, what happened? Ooh, we have the Atlas, the first of Hargon's minions. So, gotta hit him, and hit him hard, so that we can get him down. Oh, he's immune to magic, or at least somewhat immune to magic. So we'll have to hit him the hard way. Nice to get a critical hit right off the bat, though. Pretty much just keep myself healed up, and he's down. Only 2 hits because of that nice critical hit. Big chunk of experience points, so that's always helpful. Alright, so now we have this room. So I guess the stairs up are hiding in one of these little alcoves, so we'll find it. Ooh, minion number 2, Bazuzu. Alright, let's hit him with everything we got. Doesn't seem too worried about the lightning staff. Just tickle him a little with the falcon sword. Hit him a little harder with the lightning sword. Ooh, kaboom, that's a bit of an ouchie. Yeah, my guys are not hitting him very hard. Well, those magic bells doing their job and not letting my guys fall asleep too much is appreciated. When you don't have the magic to hit these guys down with, it's a bit of a slog. But just keep whittling him down with some nice powerful hits from Tao, and surely he will eventually fall. It's not a Final Fantasy game where they expect you to be battling the same guy for an hour when they have a trillion HP. And there he goes, he's down. Even more experienced than Atlas, as he should be. Nice little bridge across to the other tower. And here it is, Belial, the final minion of Hargon. Might take a few rounds, he's a bit of a toughie, but we'll get it. Nice that actually worked. It's good to be able to hit him more than once a turn. Just make sure everybody stays healed. The double attack is pretty annoying. He can actually potentially take out Maria in one round. Got lucky that time though. Hopefully by now he's getting a little weaker. Not loving the fact that he can heal that way. Heal Hall seems a little bit rough for this kind of thing. So I guess we're in a little bit more. And there goes Maria, as predicted. Oh, and now somehow he comes up with a flame attack, but critical hit, good time, and he's down. Nice chunk of experience there too. And here we are, Hargon's throne room, the end place of it all. At this point, though, I think it would be better to come fresh. Let's just heal everybody up, maybe grind out a couple more levels, and then take him on. Boom, pow, crash. Really, I think only a couple more levels to go until I'm comfortable going and taking him on. So let's get it done. I think now got what we need, so let's see what Hargon has to say for himself. Well, he's not very friendly. I thought he might be like the Dragon Lord and at least try to negotiate or something, but nope. He just wants to fight, so let's do it. This will be a fairly lengthy battle because he doesn't necessarily respond well to a lot of my tough magic attacks, so Dao is really going to be leading the effort. Fortunately, he is vulnerable to stop spells, so I'm going to just work on getting him under that, and then just whittle him down until he falls. And then Dao falls, but Hargon's spells are contained, so that's good news. So I guess, yeah, now I just get to revive Dao. I can be comfortable Hargon's not going to pull out some nasty little magic attack on me, and we'll keep hitting him. and there he goes. Hargon is down. And then with that, the game is over. So thank you everybody for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and enjoy the end credits. Look at all this bluster, Hargon. What are you talking about? I can't no longer save the world. You're dead now. Who's Seidel? And why are you sacrificing yourself to him? And why am I still walking around? The game's not over? I think what might be smart then is to warp my way out of here and go back and congratulate everybody. But I can't warp out. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Why is there flames appearing and blocking me? Just in case, I think I am going to restore all of my MP with my prayer ring, or at least as much as I can until it breaks, just in case something untoward is about to happen. Alright, things look like it's really getting serious here. The temple's falling apart, all the carpet's collapsing, I'm trapped by flames, we're shaking. What is happening? Ooh, Saito. It's quite impressive looking. He's ripped a hole in the wall. You can see the light behind him. So, I'm gonna start attacking him. Now, to be honest, Saito is kind of going to be a big slog as well. Pretty immune to a lot of magic is my understanding, so I'm just going to have to hit him with my physical weapons and do my best to disable him. So here we go. We're in for a ride. Okay, the fall of Loto is imminent. There he goes. So, with that, now for real, I think the world's been saved. The flames are gone. Light is being restored. Rubus is talking. So with the God of Destruction dead, Hargon dead, it looks like we're finally in a position where we can truly feel at peace with the world. And Rubus has promised to continue watching over us. I don't know if this is a hint that Rubus is actually Loto, calling him his descendants, so I guess we'll see what that means. And then Hargon's temple is destroyed. So, now it's time to make my way back to the shrine and see what's happened in the world. Oddly, as you may notice, monsters are no longer attacking. So it seems like with the loss of Hargon and the loss of Loto or Malroth, it seems like we no longer have monsters roaming the world. We can travel in peace, which is pretty exciting. So let's do the victory lap, I guess, and go and chat with folks, go see the king, all that good stuff. So I hope that over the next couple of minutes we can learn a little bit more about what's happened with the world. Chronologically, this is the last game in the Erdrick trilogy, because Dragon Quest III is in fact a prequel. So that is the story of Loto himself that we've been hearing so much about in Dragon Quest 1 and 2. So perhaps we'll have a chance to go through and do a playthrough of that one next. It's a pretty long game, so it'll be a lot of work, but also it's super fun doing this. So the monk here seems to think things are looking good. He's pretty happy. Wants me to go and tell everybody the great news. Our nun is very congratulatory. People were saved thanks to us. It's pretty good. Alright, on we go through the travel door. Alright, it's time to spread the word. Yes, we were able to defeat Hargon. Let the revelries begin. Yes, yes you do. I didn't see you going to kill Hargon, so I appreciate the sentiment. The king surely does eagerly await. Okay. So we're going to go through and we're just going to chat up a few more people and then head off to Larisha. Alright, Conan. Yes, you did cause trouble getting sick and making me and Maria go find a World Tree leaf. What are you talking about? I'm always shy. But thank you for calling me the cool prince. It's always nice to have some fatherly pride. Isn't that what we all want? So with New Age, new challenges? Oh, just like the first game, I'm being offered the throne. Dao has higher aspirations than Drill from Dragon Quest I did, so King Dao. We're now king of Lauricia. Hear, hear, hail, hail, rah, rah. Seems like quite the celebration. We've got to do a coronation as well as the whole matter of the world being saved. And apparently, the three cousins must, from now on, be ready to save the world at a moment's notice. Hopefully, though, that won't be necessary too often. It should be peace and love forever after. Unless, of course, you've played Dragon Quest Builders 2 and have seen some of what came after based on that. But obviously that's another story for those of you that want to do it. Evening falls, revelries commence, fireworks go. And now, the descendants of Loto, youths that exist in the world, returned peace. Prince Conan, Princess Maria, and King Dao, their names will live on forever in history. The end. And now we have our little credit sequence where we replay key moments of the game, similar to the way they did it in Dragon Quest I Remake. So, nice little touch. So as we kind of scroll through these credits, just again want to express my appreciation to you all for watching this video. Really the goal was for me to provide anybody else who's trying to learn Japanese like I am the benefit of not just reading the text in English, but actually seeing how the morphology goes from the actual Japanese writing styles into the phonetic expression of those, into the literal translations, and then into the actual way we would say it in English to the best of my ability. So obviously there's many places where my translations are probably pretty rough, and that's to be expected as a non-Japanese speaker, but it's been fun doing this, and if you guys like it, please like, subscribe, do all those cool social media things, and look for other game translations coming in the future.